Muy buenos días, bienvenidos a este día tan especial que hemos esperado tantísimo. Les pido en este momento que tomen asiento, miembros de junta directiva, faculty members, estudiantes, por favor ir a la puerta donde se ven ahí el pabellón nacional y la bandera de Estados Unidos para poder iniciar con la ceremonia. Tenemos 5 minutitos. Si alguien tiene que correr al baño, puede hacerlo en este momento. Están viendo aquí que por favor su lugar, que se ponga por todos, que hay familias que parece que cogieron varios programas y que no había tantos programas, entonces si ven, si alguien ocupa un programa. También a los estudiantes de la banda, muchas gracias por venir un sábado al colegio. Al equipo de música del BPA, el maestro Vicente Luna que está con nosotros hoy, todo mi equipo de Student Life, que es lo mejor que me ha pasado en la vida, los deans que están con nosotros, Miss Rocío, Miss Gil, Miss Pili, Miss Wendy, Miss Vale, allá atrás, Urcullo, Su. En fin, todos, siempre se me olvida alguien, entonces en la ceremonia, profe Gil, ahí está, cada persona haciendo lo que tiene que hacer para que sea una mañana espectacular. El trabajo fuerte ya se hizo, llegamos aquí. Con ustedes, aquí no está, Ivo mandó saludos, no pudo estar el psicólogo de la generación. Con unos sufrimos, con otros lloramos, a otros los empujamos, a otros los jalamos, con otros celebramos, pero todos llegamos aquí. Entonces, las instrucciones del día de hoy es enjoy, enjoy and enjoy. Ustedes, padres de familia, sin su apoyo no lo hubiéramos logrado. Y nos vamos a dar la tarea hoy de vivir el momento. Espero que hayan traído tissues, Kleenex, para derramar las lágrimas apropiadas. El día de hoy se vale llorar, se vale estar sentimental. Tenemos familias queridísimas que gradúan su último hijo el día de hoy o hija, y es de lo que más nos duele en el colegio. Vieran lo que duele cuando uno ve una familia que conoce hace más de 15 años, porque los que están hoy aquí, muchos llevan 15, y hay familias que tenemos años de que son familias nuestras. A esas familias un abrazo muy especial. ¿Listos? Señores y señores, bienvenidos a la ceremonia de graduación 75th Commencement Ceremony de Lincoln School. Y le damos la bienvenida a nuestro invitado de honor, Mr. Roger Pardo Maurer, el presidente de la Junta Directiva, Federico Chávez, Dr. Allen y demás miembros, Mr. Garen, y demás miembros de la Facultad de Estudiantes de High School y profesores que se han encargado de que sus hijos lleguen hoy. Adelante. Un aplauso, por favor. Bienvenidos. Don Roger viajó muchas millas para estar aquí con nosotros. Un aplauso, por favor, a todos nuestro governance de Lincoln School. Bienvenidos. Y ahora, ladies and gentlemen, I ask that you please rise to welcome our graduate class of 2022. Adelante, muchachos. Our students are proudly displaying their award scores in their uniforms today. ¡Bravo! Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the class of 2022. And now, please rise para la entrada del pabellón nacional y la bandera de los Estados Unidos de América. Let's stay standing for the national anthem of Costa Rica and the Star Spangled Banner, interpreted by our wonderful school band and directed by Maestra Marianela Cordero. Antes de seguir con la ceremonia, le quiero dar la bienvenida a los abuelitos. Levánteme la mano si es abuelito, por favor. Qué ilusión tener. Fantástico. Gracias, abuelitos, muchos ex Lincoln families que siguen con nosotros aquí. Gracias por acompañarnos en este día tan especial. It's an honor for me to introduce. Maybe it's the first time you will see him today, because this is the first time we have the big ceremony. My boss and the man who led us through pandemia in the most amazing way and told us that it was okay to lead forward, to lead together, and here we are, Dr. Daniel Allen.
Good morning, buenos días, pura vida. You are a very good-looking bunch this morning. We are so excited to have you on campus. And graduates, we're here for you. You're looking great. We're proud of you, and we're excited to celebrate you this morning. I wanted to first quickly thank, obviously, students, parents, grandparents, staff and faculty, our support staff behind the scenes making this a possibility. Let's please give a round of applause for everyone who's worked hard to make this day happen. On my first day of classes as a student at the Harvard Graduate School of Education, the director of the school leadership program asked us a simple question: why are you here? We huddled in small groups to share the journey that had brought us to campus. The program director let us talk about it for a minute, and then, with a smirk on his face, he asked us, no, not why are you here at Harvard, why are you here on this planet? If Viktor Frankl was right, that the primary motivation of a person is to discover meaning in life, then I sure wish he would have met my dad. My dad saw himself as a magician, a fortune teller, a mystic, and a holy man, whose work was in assuring you that the angels were in heaven busily weaving together your story and your future. He was Merlin to your King Arthur, Dumbledore to your Harry Potter, and Gandalf to your Bilbo. My dad constantly reminded me that my primary task in life was to seek out, try to understand, and then pursue a sense of purpose relentlessly. Stanford professor William Damon has confirmed empirically what my dad always taught me, that seeking a sense of purpose is crucial to thriving in life. As Damon says in his book, The Path to Purpose, quote, "A purpose is an ultimate concern. It is the final answer to the question, why? Why are you doing this? Why does it matter to you? Why is it important? A purpose is a deeper reason for the immediate goals and motives that drive most daily behavior. Finding your purpose is a lifelong adventure. Graduates, you don't have all the answers. In fact, you mostly have questions, and that's good. Keep asking them. Keep reflecting on them. As I mentioned last week in the senior breakfast, write down your personal vision. What matters to you and why? That vision will change, evolve, and deepen over time. Our goal here at Lincoln has never been to give you all those answers. Rather, it has been to equip you with the skill sets and mindsets you will need as a foundation to navigate life and continue your pursuit of purpose. You are about to graduate from the best school in Latin America. No other school in the region that I am aware of invests as heavily in both your academic and entrepreneurial preparation. As Damon says later in his book, quote, "One of the defining features of highly purposeful youth is their entrepreneurial manner of pursuing objectives. For the highly purposeful, entrepreneurship was a stronger common factor than usual measures of success, such as school achievement. Although these youngsters generally did well enough in school, few of them were valedictorians or all-A students, but virtually all of them were superb entrepreneurs. As a predictor of later success in life, I would place my bet on strong entrepreneurial capacities," close quote. Graduates, stop worrying about perfection. Stop worrying what other people think. Embrace the entrepreneurial invitation to fail fast and to fail forward. As Peter Senge reminds us, there is no alternative to learning through experimentation. Set a high standard of effort and excellence for yourself, and do it because it helps you to learn from your mistakes and opens doors that will allow you to pursue your sense of purpose. Focus on the unique contributions that you will make to your family, your community, and this beautiful world that we live in. Class of 2022, we are proud of you. We are excited for you. Congratulations on reaching this critical juncture in your ongoing quest towards a life of purpose and meaning. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Allen. And now, I want to invite Class of 22 President Natalia Herrera to come and address your classmates.
Buenos días, directores, administración, padres de familia y, por supuesto, generación 2022. He estado pensando en este discurso por casi 2 años, pero como buena representante de la generación 2022, lógicamente me esperé hasta el último momento para hacerlo. Sin embargo, la verdad es que lo dejé de último momento no porque se me haya olvidado que tenía que hacerlo, sino porque hay tanto que decir sobre nuestra generación que nunca supe por dónde empezar. Cuando estábamos en 6º grado, apenas entrando a middle school, emocionados de finalmente usar la camisa blanca con líneas azules, que en ese momento usaba todo middle school y high school, teníamos un profe que se llamaba Mr. Cheney. Para mí, Mr. Cheney destacó muchísimo porque cuando nos dejaba tareas nos daba una opción. Él nos decía que intentáramos todo lo posible para resolver los problemas de mate. Y si después de intentarlo todo aún no lo lográbamos, podíamos escribir "Never underestimate the power of persistence". Esa opción que nos daba nunca se me olvidó, porque yo veía la ironía de escribir "Never underestimate the power of persistence" mientras que me rendía en el problema que estaba haciendo. Tal vez yo lo profundicé más de la cuenta, porque obviamente en aquel momento nunca faltaron los compañeros que traían la tarea llena con esta frase escrita en vez de hacer los problemas de mate. Y al final todos sacábamos la misma nota. Y aunque muchos decidieron rendirse 6 años atrás, y aunque la gran mayoría ya no hacíamos las tareas que nos dejaban este año, creo que todos hemos profundizado la frase que tantas veces escribimos en nuestras tareas de sexto. Puedo decir con confianza que esas mismas personas que decidieron escribir esa frase en vez de hacer la tarea, hoy han visto el verdadero poder que tiene la persistencia. He visto cómo cada uno de los graduados ha luchado y se ha esforzado como nunca antes para estar sentados aquí el día de hoy. Al igual que otros acá, yo llevo ya 16 años en esta institución. Tantos años me han permitido conocer y ver crecer a mis compañeros, pero aún así siento que nos hicieron falta más años juntos. Nosotros fuimos la última generación que estuvo en el campus viejo que hoy es Lincoln Plaza, cuando aún existía maternal, y somos la última generación que queda que podrá decir que estrenó este campus. Después de todo lo que hemos vivido en esta institución, me cuesta muchísimo aceptar que hoy es nuestro último día como miembros de ella. No tengo las palabras para agradecer estar en un colegio tan lleno de oportunidades, pero sobre todo de poder vivir esa experiencia con una generación tan increíble y apuntada como es la nuestra. Hoy me despido de todas las madrugadas en las que llegué hecha un cubo de hielo, lista para entrenar en la oscuridad hasta que llegara el amanecer. Siempre esperando a que se acabara el entreno para finalmente poder lucharme con un chorrito de agua cantando con mi equipo y luego desayunar el pinto de la cafetería con el que me venía soñando desde que me desperté. Después de hoy, ya no nos vamos a quedar en el colegio hasta las 8 o 9 de la noche comiendo pizza juntos esperando a que terminara Night of Lights. Ya no habrá más fines de semana compartidos, MUNs o conciertos. En general, ya no más venir al colegio. No llevamos ni siquiera un mes desde que terminamos nuestros IB exams. Y en ese corto tiempo me he dado cuenta de lo difícil que es ya no ver a mis compañeros todos los días. Las sonrisas por los pasillos o las conversaciones de menos de un minuto en el baño se han vuelto momentos que realmente he llegado a apreciar. Hoy agradezco cada uno de esos detalles. Gracias a la generación por siempre ser tan empática e intentarlo todo para ayudar a los demás. No todas las generaciones se pasan resúmenes de mate, química, psicología y hasta del examen teórico de manejo. Todo 100% gratis porque le deseaban lo mejor a cada uno. Gracias por todo el esfuerzo que pusieron en salir adelante, por levantarse e intentarlo de nuevo. Aunque no siempre tuvimos los mejores resultados en el primer intento, siempre estuve muy orgullosa de ver la cafetería llena de seniors un jueves después de escuela para hacer un retake de mate. Gracias por dejarme ser su líder y confiar en mí con cualquier idea loca que les propusiera. Gracias a todos ustedes, logramos ser la generación que trajo de vuelta el Senior Entrance, el baile típico, el fashion show, las serenatas de Valentine's, los Senior Pranks, el Senior Day y muchísimas otras actividades que algunas generaciones ya ni recordaban. Actividades que implicaron mucho esfuerzo, organización y persistencia, que fueron posibles gracias a una generación apuntada que estuvo dispuesta a darlo todo. Por eso, a todos los que están sentados hoy detrás mío, no tengo nada más que decirles aparte de gracias por darme pelota y hacerme caso la mayoría del tiempo. Aunque a veces me sacaran de quicio haciendo la misma pregunta que ya había contestado unas 1000 veces, la verdad es que no cambiaría nada. Disfruté muchísimo trabajar con nuestra generación. Después de hoy, ya no se van a tener que leer mis mensajes eternos, siempre pensando con mi típico o la gente. Gracias por todos los recuerdos juntos, desde bailar con una comunidad indígena en Monteverde hasta jalar sacos de piedras en Arenal y recoger basura en Punta Arenas. Escuchar a Sergio beatboxing por primera vez en nuestra cena de Thanksgiving o nuestro karaoke cantando Best Day of My Life con Mr. Cheney. Me va a hacer muchísima falta ver a Piero siempre caminando por los pasillos, a Diego blasting su música cuando volvíamos de recess o lunch, y a todos teniendo ataques de pánico antes de un examen para el que sabíamos que no estábamos listos. Hay muchísimos recuerdos que me llevo hoy gracias a todos ustedes. Espero que la generación sepa lo orgullosa que soy del esfuerzo que cada uno de ustedes dio, haciendo nuestro último año uno memorable no solo para nosotros, sino para todo el colegio. Nunca paren de ser las personas tan talentosas, auténticas y cariñosas que sé que todos son. Los voy a extrañar mucho y nunca los voy a olvidar. Los quiero millones.
Para nosotros, el presidente de la generación, eso es importantísimo. Nati ha trabajado en vacaciones, madrugadas, como ella dice, para que tengamos una buena comunicación con los estudiantes y es nuestro punto de negociación con la generación, con los estudiantes. Aprovecho para darle gracias a Irene Arias. Si levanta la mano, doña Irene. Irene, de la misma forma, ha sido instrumental como persona que has put up with us y todo, como ustedes saben, todas las cosas que pasan para que este día se dé tan bonito. Hoy estamos estrenando una musiquita de los Óscares, que es, ¿verdad? Cuando el speech dura un poquito más, suena la musiquita respetuosamente para poder llevar el hilo de la reunión, siendo conscientes de su tiempo y de que hace un poquito de calor. Ahora es un orgullo para mí presentar al presidente de la Junta Directiva, el señor Federico Chávez. Compartir el micrófono conmigo es una tragedia porque todos los tiempos hay que subir.
Buenos días a todos. Señor invitado especial, Roger Pardo Maurer, señores miembros de Junta Directiva, señor director general, doctor Daniel Allen, señor director de secundaria, señores profesores, señores padres de familia y queridos alumnos. Qué emoción es estar aquí hoy en un día en que todos nos llenamos de inspiración de ver a nuestros jóvenes graduarse de este colegio, con todo el futuro por delante y todas las habilidades necesarias para comerse el mundo. Yo también salí de este colegio hace algunos años, salí con algunos de mis compañeros que están hoy aquí sentados. Y y la verdad, no se me olvidará jamás ese día. La actividad, la celebración, el abrazo sincero de mis amigos al final de la actividad. Eso la verdad es una foto que le queda a uno para toda la vida y sé que a todos nuestros graduandos les va a quedar hoy. Queridos amigos, queridos graduandos, reciban un saludo de felicitación de parte de la Junta Directiva del Colegio Lincoln. Hoy celebramos la conclusión de muchos años de esfuerzo, sacrificio y dedicación de ustedes y de todas sus familias. Hoy alcanzan con gran éxito la primera gran meta de sus vidas, pero no les tocó fácil. Enfrentaron momentos muy difíciles, 3 años de pandemia. Muchas de sus actividades y de sus oportunidades fueron limitadas por esta situación. Estoy seguro de que este reto los ha hecho más fuertes, de que los ha hecho personas con más carácter y que valoran más las cosas importantes de la vida. El mundo se encuentra en constante cambio y los retos que enfrentarán serán mucho mayores que los que nosotros enfrentamos. Muchos de ustedes trabajarán en nuevas posiciones que hoy ni siquiera nos imaginamos. Posiciones basadas en habilidades digitales, en habilidades socioemocionales. Serán introducidos a nuevos modelos de negocios, un mundo mucho más interconectado, con compañeros de cualquier lugar del mundo, entendiendo las diferencias culturales, porque si no las entendemos, no tenemos éxito. La mayoría de los modelos educativos en el mundo desarrollado y emergente todavía se basan en formas pasivas de educación. Se basan en modelos basados en la instrucción directa del profesor y en la memorización. En lugar de usar métodos interactivos que promuevan el pensamiento crítico, que es necesario en sociedades basadas en la innovación. Adicional a las habilidades duras como análisis de datos y tecnología, necesitamos desarrollar habilidades centradas en el ser humano, la cooperación, la empatía, la conciencia social, ciudadanos globales que empoderen a los jóvenes a desarrollar sociedades inclusivas y equitativas. Para ello, las características que definirán la alta calidad de la educación en el futuro, en la cuarta revolución industrial, y esto, por ejemplo, según el Foro Económico Mundial, dice que son las habilidades de un ciudadano global, la tecnología, por supuesto, las habilidades interpersonales que no les faltan a nuestros graduandos definitivamente, el aprendizaje personalizado e inclusivo, el aprendizaje colaborativo y basado en la resolución de problemas, el aprendizaje de por vida, porque lo que aprendemos hoy posiblemente no nos va a servir en el futuro, las habilidades técnicas, el aprendizaje técnico no nos va a servir necesariamente en el futuro, y muy importante y más importante, la innovación y la creatividad. Esto significa que es realmente crítico que nuestros jóvenes desarrollen las habilidades para generar nuevas ideas y convertirlas en soluciones y productos viables. Por esta razón, el Colegio Lincoln tomó ya hace 5 años la decisión de apostar por el desarrollo del emprendimiento como punto central de la educación de nuestros estudiantes. Y ahí nació la alianza del Colegio Lincoln con la Universidad de Babson. Ustedes saben, la universidad número 1 del mundo en entrepreneurship de los últimos 25 años. Lincoln es una de las pocas escuelas en el mundo que cuenta con el privilegio de tener un partnership de entrepreneurship de este nivel, e incluso ha sido nombrado recientemente el hub para Centroamérica y Caribe de Babson, del Lewis Institute, que se dedica al desarrollo del entrepreneurship en estas edades, en las edades colegiales y escolares. Esta alianza nos ha permitido desarrollar el programa de entrepreneurship desde preescolar hasta high school, comenzando con el aprendizaje del vocabulario, los valores de la empatía, el desarrollo de prototipos, la certificación del programa EPIC de innovación y de entrepreneurship, los personal projects, los cursos selectivos de emprendimiento y muchas cosas más. El seguimiento de los proyectos de nuestros estudiantes por nuestros profesores certificados por la Universidad de Babson. Hemos desarrollado un clúster de emprendimiento con organizaciones como Yo Emprendedor, United Way, que ustedes saben que es una organización gigante a nivel mundial, Intel, Texas Tech y muchas otras. Y muy importante, hemos entrenado a más de 30 profesores y más de 100 estudiantes de zonas marginales, de zonas rurales del país, cumpliendo con esto la responsabilidad social que tiene el colegio también. Este año estaremos inaugurando el Centro de Emprendimiento del Colegio Lincoln, que serán las instalaciones más innovadoras en educación de entrepreneurship en toda la región, posiblemente en América Latina. ¿Por qué hablo de todo esto? Porque con este programa hemos impactado el desarrollo de ustedes, nuestros estudiantes, buscando que los graduados de nuestro colegio sean personas que desarrollen emprendimientos con un propósito social, que enfrenten cualquier reto con una mentalidad innovadora y con el propósito de enriquecer a la sociedad. Porque al final el entrepreneurship, el emprendedurismo no es solamente poder desarrollar una nueva empresa, sino también significa, lo más importante es que nos enseña a enfrentar los problemas que vamos a enfrentar en la vida, en cualquier ámbito, de una forma innovadora. Les voy a contar para ello dos historias. Dos historias muy interesantes de estudiantes de este colegio. La primera de dos estudiantes, Natalia Chavarría y Karina Nor, estudiantes del Colegio Lincoln, que decidieron desarrollar Morfosis, un proyecto de educación de emprendimiento social para mujeres inmigrantes en condición vulnerable. Por medio de este proyecto se entrenaron a más de 20 mujeres de varios países, mujeres de zonas, mujeres de posición económica vulnerable. Se les enseñó el programa de entrepreneurship, se les acompañó con nuestros profesores certificados y con esto ellas desarrollaron una idea de emprendimiento que vinieron y la presentaron a embajadores, a emprendedores, a jueces, a estudiantes y a profesores. Fue impresionante ver la transformación de estas señoras que venían de barrios marginales, llegar aquí y presentar su idea de emprendimiento en pocas semanas, aplicando no solo la metodología de Babson, que es muy importante, con Lincoln, sino más importante con lo que les enseñaron nuestros estudiantes y nuestros profesores. Y les quiero contar otra historia, la de Gigi Garita, también estudiante de este colegio, que es una historia impresionante del desarrollo de un emprendimiento que se llama, muchos de ustedes la conocerán, se llama Osa Perezosa, que es un emprendimiento de cosméticos, pero cosméticos innovadores, cosméticos, y no son cosméticos simplemente importados, sino cosméticos desarrollados con la creatividad de Gigi, que básicamente son únicos, ¿verdad? Son cruelty free, que tuve que aprender que era eso, son productos gluten free, son veganos, son inclusivos, y todo esto al final ha hecho que la empresa vuele, que la empresa se desarrolle de una manera interesantísima. Pero no es tanto lo que se ha desarrollado, que créanme, es muy interesante, muy importante ver las finanzas, lo que ha vendido, sino más importante lo que ha aprendido, ¿verdad? Lo que ha aprendido de enfrentar lo que ustedes enfrentan, lo que enfrentamos nosotros, la tramitología que hay en este país, las largas horas de trabajo, tener que aprender de lo que es supply chain en un momento en que importar producto de China no llega porque no hay contenedores, aprender de mercadeo y aprender de cómo manejar las finanzas. Llegar al colegio después de estar hasta las 4 de la mañana viendo qué pasó con su cuenta en el contenedor que traía el empaque de China. Esto es no tener miedo a enfrentar cosas nuevas, y esas son las habilidades que todos queremos para nuestros hijos. Estos casos, más los casos de muchos de nuestros graduandos emprendedores que tenemos en esta generación, y injusto decir solo algunos nombres, pero tengo que decir como Alejandro, como Emiliano y muchos otros, nos demuestra que debemos soñar. Como dijo Theodore Roosevelt, debemos mantener los ojos en las estrellas, pero los pies sobre la tierra. O sea, soñar siempre, pero manteniendo un sentido de realidad. Y mantener los pies sobre la tierra significa trabajo duro, disciplina y, muy importante, la humildad. Churchill decía que el éxito es caminar de un fracaso a otro sin perder el entusiasmo. Aceptar tus errores, ver el fracaso como una oportunidad para aprender. Saber que no siempre tendrás la razón, confiar en los demás, evitar valorar a las personas por su posición social. Todo eso son las habilidades que necesitamos para el futuro. Y estoy seguro de que con el talento, la formación, la pasión y las herramientas que les dio el Colegio Lincoln a nuestros graduados, alcanzarán todas las metas y los sueños que se propongan. Y si les puedo dar un consejo humilde, conforme avancen en sus vidas, luchen con pasión por sus metas, pero con humildad por sus logros. Resilientes al enfrentar los retos, pero firmes en sus valores. Y finalmente, por favor, manténgase siempre en contacto con su alma mater, con el Colegio Lincoln. Felicidades, queridos graduados, y de corazón mucha suerte en sus vidas. Paso a presentarles a nuestro invitado especial. La verdad es que es un orgullo para nosotros tener a Roger Pardo Maurer, graduado de este colegio, y muy orgullosos de tenerlo como graduado de este colegio. Voló muchas millas, como dijo Sandra, para estar acá. La verdad, un orgullo tenerte por acá, Roger. Y voy a pasar al inglés, porque la verdad es que muchas de estas cosas no las pude traducir. Our commencement speaker, Roger Pardo Maurer, was born in Danbury, Connecticut, of American and Costa Rican parents. He was raised in Moravia and went to Lincoln School from kindergarten to graduation in 1979. He is a history graduate of Yale University and in development economics from King's College in Cambridge, with distinction. He has taught at Yale, at NYU, at the War College of National Defense University in Washington, D.C. He served as Deputy Assistant Secretary of Defense for Western Hemisphere Affairs, the senior civilian official at the Defense Department with responsibility for Latin America, the Caribbean, Canada, from 2001 to 2006. He was in the Pentagon during the attack of September 11, 2001, when American Airlines Flight 77 crashed into the building, destroying his office. In the aftermath of the attack, he exercised functions as Secretary of Defense alternate in the U.S. Continuity of Government Plan. A few months later, as an Army reservist, he answered the call of duty to serve in combat in Afghanistan with his unit, the U.S. Army's 20th Special Forces Group. He resigned his position at the Defense Department in 2006 in order to serve a second combat tour with the 20th Special Forces Group on the border between Iraq and Iran. Upon resigning his position, he was awarded the Distinguished Public Service Medal by the U.S. Department of Defense, the highest honor a department of the U.S. government can confer upon a private citizen. Notable previous recipients of that medal include Presidents Ronald Reagan, President Bill Clinton, President Barack Obama, Secretaries of State Henry Kissinger, Madeleine Albright, the ambassadors and national treasures of American culture and values, the entertainer Bob Hope, and film director Steven Spielberg. The regulations for awarding the Distinguished Public Service Medal state that in order to be eligible for consideration, the individual must have rendered exceptionally distinguished service. The service may have been rendered at considerable personal sacrifice and inconvenience and should be motivated by patriotism, good citizenship, and a sense of public responsibility. Nuevamente, bienvenido, Roger, y gracias por estar aquí en Lincoln. Gracias por regresar a tu casa.
I came a long way, so I hope you're ready for a long speech. Hoy aquí todos somos ticos. Today, all of us here, every single one of us, is a Trojan. Ticos and Trojans. Thank you. Thank you, Ticos and Trojans. Thank you, parents, grandparents. Thank you, everyone, for the honor of being here. And Lincoln graduates of 2022, I salute you with this hand that I reach out to you. A hand that has touched a star, as I wish you will someday touch and reach your star. And before I say anything, antes de decir cualquier cosa, el primer borrador de este discurso lo hice en español, pero lo voy a dar en inglés por motivos que explicaré en un momento. So, Lincoln graduates, or almost graduates, not quite, almost. Commencement is an academic ceremony of relatively recent vintage, but as a civil sacrament, as a rite of passage, its origins go back so deep in time that no one can say when or how it began. This is so even though the word commencement, which speaks for itself, is about beginnings, and not just beginnings of any kind, but a new beginning. This rite of passage is a happy but also a solemn one. And the speaker, who is called to deliver a commencement speech, must perform several important duties. The first duty is to honor and congratulate the graduating class. Anyone who accepts this duty regards it as a high privilege, as I do, for it is not only the graduating class who is honored, but the speaker too. Together, the speaker and the graduates share this honor and privilege for all time. The speaker also has the important duty of expressing gratitude to those who helped us across all the years and all the way to provide advice and wisdom, to point to the promise of the future, to inspire you, the graduates, with high ambition and high hopes. Just as the speaker has a duty to speak to the promise of the future, he must also speak to its perils. For this speaker and for this class of 2022, that duty has seldom been so urgent as now, as we watch in horror a war waged by Russia under a tyrant who stands for the exact opposite of everything that Lincoln stood for. Not a government by the people, of the people, and for the people. He stands for a government not of the people, not for the people, not by the people. He stands for that tyrant stands for the proposition that it is possible for one nation to own another nation, for one people to own another people, to make them slaves. That's what we're seeing now. We and Lincoln stand for the exact opposite of that. That war may seem distant, even as we sit here now, and yet this country, peaceful Costa Rica, is under a cruel, vicious, and unrelenting attack directed from Russia against the weakest, most vulnerable, and defenseless in our land, against the elderly, the sick, the dying, expectant mothers, and the infirm, perversely turning against us the very technologies that we use to help them. And I would be shirking in my duties if I did not point out that directly to our north is the sworn ally of that dictator who stands for the opposite of everything we stand for. A country with a totally illegitimate government that is not of the people, not by the people, and not for the people. A country led by a man who is the servant of that monster who is now waging war in Europe, the declared ally of Putin. And to our south, at the same time, is a country, a government that has profited and done more than almost any other in the world to help hide and conceal the ill-gotten gains, the stolen wealth of those who waged that war, the oligarchs and the dictators. Both those countries are less than 1 day's drive from these doors. We have nothing but love for our brothers and sisters in Panama and Nicaragua. But in Nicaragua especially, we feel the pain that they feel as they suffer under their government, not of the people, not by the people, not for the people. Finally, it is the speaker's duty to wish the graduates luck and happiness. The sum of all these duties taken as a whole is the speaker's mission, my mission today. In my brief time here, I hope I can fulfill these duties and accomplish this mission as I proposed it to myself, which is to provide each and every one of you something that will not simply meet the needs of this occasion, but something that you can keep and that will serve you well for your whole life, a treasure for all time. As the Athenian general Thucydides, the father of history, said in dedicating his own work, which starts with the story of the Trojan War to future generations, dedicating his history to you 2,500 years later. That is why I have hidden and buried in this speech clues and secrets and mysteries that right now will perhaps elude and be invisible to you, but that someday, later, in your life, in the fullness of time, will become evident and cause you to say, aha, that was the meaning of all that. If I succeed, if you keep these words with you, they will serve like the lantern of a ship and a treasure map for the lifelong voyage of discovery and self-discovery on which you now embark. This being so, my mission is to honor and congratulate and advise and inspire and wish you luck upon the termination of this happy ceremony, this happy yet solemn ceremony, as each one of you sets out to the world, henceforth recognized, not as children, but as adults, not as the subjects of your parents' will and authority, but as the makers and owners of your own destinies as citizens. For that is how the world will greet you, the class of 2022, from this moment on, as adults and as citizens. This is the conduct the world will expect of you from this moment on. This is the conduct the world will expect of you from this moment on. This is the conduct Costa Rica will expect from you from this moment on. And living up to these expectations will be your mission for the rest of your lives. The unique origin and mission of this, our beloved school, gives my task here a special twist. And from the beginning, it required me to make a decision about how I should speak to you, whether in the English or the Spanish language. I thought about it long and hard, and I started writing in Spanish, and then I chose English because it is the unrivaled language of liberty, of trade, of enterprise, of science and technology, of many new sports and arts, and because in literature it is the language of Shakespeare, of Hobbes and Locke, of Jefferson and Madison and Hamilton, and above all, it is the language of Lincoln. This choice was no dilemma. Regardless of whether I had chosen English or Spanish, I would not have been at all constrained. Instead, having the choice at all made me feel, as I hope you will feel, empowered, energized, and liberated. The founder of the unified state of Germany in the 19th century, Otto von Bismarck, declared that the most important fact of the 20th century will be that the United States and Great Britain share the same language. That was the 20th century. I submit for your consideration that the most important fact of the 21st century could be that the United States and India share the same official language, and that English is the language of the world. It is no coincidence that these two countries, which share a legacy of the English language, are the two largest democracies in the family of nations. It is no coincidence that this school here in Costa Rica is dedicated to the mission of teaching you English. Make this language yours. Love it and live it, and above all, share it, because by sharing it, you will do your country and your fellow citizens a great service. For a country to prosper in the 20th century, English is as essential as reading, writing, and arithmetic. Hablar inglés es el nuevo alfabetismo. The single best gift you can give a child in this country today is to give that child an opportunity to learn English. If words are the keys to ideas, and ideas are what open up the world, then the English language has more words for you than any other, and many more ways than any other to unlock all the doors of the world for you. As you move forward, I urge you to a lifetime of engagement with literature. And by this I mean the great literature of our civilization, the literature that makes our civilization great, regardless of its original language or source. This is especially true for those of you who will be called upon, for you will be called upon to exercise the authority and power, and especially the moral authority and power of the high offices and magistracies of this land. Life and literature and leadership reinforce and inspire each other. And as just one small example of this, let me allude to the mysterious power of literature to show you ways in which Abraham Lincoln connects to Costa Rica and even to this school that bears his name. And I offer you one key to help unlock that mysterious power. That key is the poet Walt Whitman. No American poet is more beloved or has had a greater influence around the world, and especially in Latin America, than Walt Whitman. Whitman loved Lincoln. Lincoln inspired some of Whitman's most beloved poems. Oh, Captain, my Captain. Less well known is that Lincoln not only loved, but imitated Whitman. The style and the substance of the young Lincoln underwent a transformation after he read Whitman's Leaves of Grass. As one historian tells us, it transformed his prose from the solid, clear, logical, and unexceptional prose of a railroad lawyer and backwards politician from Illinois to the sublime cadences of the statesman, philosopher, and poet Lincoln, who we revere today. The words that renewed the American Republic and that left us a more perfect union and a new birth of freedom. In Costa Rica, we are all taught in our civics classes how President José Figueres renewed this republic, also leaving a more perfect union and a new birth of freedom, helping to reunite the country. And his legacy, the legacy of all Costa Ricans of that time, is the Constitution that is Costa Rica's supreme law to this day. He dissolved the army, he stepped down from the presidency in a peaceful transition of power, and the wisdom of this action, the simple nobility of providing for a peaceful transition of power, elicits the admiration of people all over the world who believe in and yearn for freedom and democracy, government by the people, of the people, and for the people. It elicits the admiration of Costa Rica. Where did such wisdom come from? How do we learn those lessons? In preparing my words to you, I had a faint memory that President José Figueres, the first one, was fond of Walt Whitman. And I asked his son, José María, who of course also served as president, and who, as you all know, many years ago was himself a student here at Lincoln. just like you. He replied, that for his father, he replied that for his father, Walt Whitman was a giant, and he never tired of quoting him by heart, and he found in those readings a source for the great lessons of life. So if all that I do today, all that I accomplish is to persuade you of the possibilities, the promise, and the power of the English language, and convince you that you will find lessons for leadership in a lifetime of engagement with the great literature, and if all I do is commend you to Walt Whitman as your trusted guide, the new Virgil, who sang not like Virgil to the Trojans, but to many new republics, Whitman, who sang the body electric and saluted Lincoln, democracy, the world, and the cosmos. I could stop now, for I would have accomplished a good enough thing for one day. But we have more to do. We must acknowledge with all our hearts the debt of gratitude to all those who made it possible for you to be here and thrive. This is a debt we cannot even begin to repay unless we continuously and remember and honor them. Not just our parents, as my parents are here, our families, as my family is here, our friends, as my friends are here, and yours. But those teachers and mentors and counselors and coaches, those administrators and directors, those janitors and nurses and cooks and technicians and guards and drivers and gardeners, all those whose names you know and whose names you may never know. Those who are still with us and those who are gone now, like Don Mauricio, who literally guarded you every instant of the time you were here. They looked over you like guardian angels, and never with so much dedication and devotion as when you were not even present here during the pandemic. So we honor them, as I do now, and return the favor for my own Lincoln class of 40 years ago. And as I remember and honor, to name just a few: Don Juanito, our janitor and stencil printer; Don Sigifredo, our head of maintenance; Don Benigno, our carpenter; and our teachers: Don Braulio, Tencha, El Profe, Mr. Jimenez, Mr. Oton, Mrs. Cotter, Mr. Hughes, our librarian, Mrs. Goodell, and our director, Mr. Kingsbury. I especially honor your teachers and my classmates, Sylvia and Alejandra. Where are you? Okay. Who leave Lincoln after more than 40 years of service. Let us not forget. And let us not forget all those who were in the background, supporting us with uniforms and gear for our sports, sponsoring our events. In preparing this speech, I looked in the back pages of my Lincoln log, and I see the sponsorship of the enterprises, large and small, that stood with us all the time behind the scenes, even when we never knew it. I see the Universal, La Gloria, Protecto, El Cine Rex, Canada Dry, Uribe y Pajes, Molinos de Costa Rica. Always with you, and so many others, including my own Association of Veterans of the United States Armed Forces, the local San Jose post of the American Legion. They have all been here for you all along, like the eternal and enduring spirit of Lincoln himself, and the words engraved on the shrine that the American people have built him in the city of Washington. So to each and to all as a whole, and now I, speaking in the name of my own class and in the name of your class, Lincoln's class of 2022, to whom I pass this torch, I say, pass it on in the fullness of time. And I say to all of those, on behalf of all of us, thank you. I would now, if you'll bear with me, I would like to speak, because I think I must, of the larger frame that encompasses us, our families, our country, our planet, our cosmos, as Walt Whitman would have said. Excuse me. And to that, I must start with our ancestors and our land. Any explanation of who we are, of who you are, must explain why Costa Rica is a nation not like any other nation. And for that, I must go back to our founders. Costa Rica has often been called a country of cousins, un país de primos. It is, in fact, a nation of families in the family of nations. Many of us here are somehow related to each other in many different ways, even if we do not know or suspect it. We share these bonds of family and kinship, and it is right and proper for us to celebrate that, because family is, was, and always will be the central strand that holds this entire nation together. When I look at the list of family names of those who graduate here today, your names, I see many which are famous and praised in the chronicles of Costa Rica. When I compare the list of those names to the lists compiled by the great historian Samuel Stone, who was once a director of this school, in his magisterial history of Costa Rica, La Dinastía de los Conquistadores, I can say with confidence that among those whose parents or grandparents were born in this country, there is hardly one of you here who is not in some way or another a descendant of the extraordinary Juan Vázquez de Coronado, the Geniarch, whose statue stands at the heart of our capital city in the Plaza España, and his equally extraordinary wife, Isabel Arias de Ávila. The Costa Rican paradox, and I explain this especially to those who are not originally from here. The Costa Rican paradox is that this lineage, as distinguished as any that Spain ever sent to the New World, does not in any way exalt any Costa Rican or set him apart or aside from, or let alone above any other Costa Rican, or for that matter, any other person whatsoever. In fact, the exact opposite is true. Throughout our history, it is this spirit of family, that Costa Rican sense of actual and potential kinship, whether known or unknown, that makes us understand that we are all essentially equal in the eyes of God, and it's what binds us together as one. Even in the days of the colony, those strangers and foreigners who visited this land remarked on how that easy spirit of equality comes as naturally to us as the very air that we breathe. We barely think about it. This sense, this naturalness, is at the heart of what we ourselves call la idiosincrasia del tico. As our patriotic song says, La Patriótica Costarricense, we do not envy the greatness and grandeur of others. No envidiamos la grandeza de otros. To the contrary, we rejoice in sharing our heritage with others. We are not a jealous nation, tormented by vain, arrogant, and violent memories of the grandeur, real or imaginary, of some ancient past. We are happy In fact, as the patriotic song says, we are ostentatiously happy, ostentando alegría, with our own ways in our own land. This uniqueness, this respect for the universal and love for the particular is what makes us patriotic, not nationalistic, to draw on the distinction of the philosopher Stephen B. Smith in his book published last year, Reclaiming Patriotism. Costa Rica, like the United States, is a nation dedicated to the proposition that by nature and by God, all persons are created equal. This is our law, but more truly, it is our deeper, unwritten law. It is a quiet habit of our hearts, more than a statement of conviction. It is a temperament, more than an ideology. So how does this proposition embrace, for instance, our original peoples? How does it embrace our immigrants and our visitors and our passing residents? How does it embrace the outcasts and the refugees and the exiles who somehow reach this gentle, safe haven? What makes Costa Rica is the sum of the whole, the integrity of our entire proposition, our people. As the original peoples are to the roots, as the descendants of the founders are to the trunk, as the strangers grafted, injertados, to this land are to the branches, so is Costa Rica the mother tree. As Suzanne Simard, one of the most influential biologists of our time, wrote in her book, Finding the Mother Tree, published last year, the mother trees of the forest pass their wisdom to their kin generation after generation, sharing the knowledge of what helps and what harms, who is a friend, who is a foe, and how to adapt and survive in an ever-changing landscape. And she adds, it is what all parents do. For when this country is weighed in the balance, it shall be remembered that throughout our long history, our people have always given shelter and sustenance and hope to the wandering souls of shipwrecked nations who by the kindness of God have come to our shores. From all places, from Cuba, from Nicaragua, from Venezuela, and even from great and mighty states such as the Kingdom of Prussia, the Kingdom of Saxony, the Kingdom of Savoy, the Duchy of Poland, the Ottoman Empire, the Ming Empire, the Weimar Republic, the Third Reich, the Soviet Union, and the Empire of the Tsars, all of which have vanished from the map and into the darkness of time. Those powers and principalities are gone, but we have endured together. As I said, what makes Costa Rica What makes Costa Rica is the sum of the whole, the integrity of our entire proposition, our people. No part stands alone. The whole is more than the sum of the parts. I say to all of you here, and especially to those of you who came here from a foreign land, like my own mother, a tico is something you carry inside of you, wherever you go. They cannot take it away from you. We are all ticos here today. Wherever you came from, wherever you may go, never forget who you are. Never forget that you were here. These are our values. Lincoln himself grappled with the question of perpetual renewal and the new generations in a united land when he noted how in his own days the last of the founders of the American Revolution were receding into the past. I think it is appropriate that I say a few words about Lincoln. And it is hard. I'll explain why in a moment. But just consider this. In his annual message to Congress on December 1st, 1862, at the time of the Battle of Fredericksburg in the Civil War. And I'm not going to explain what the Battle of Fredericksburg was, but let me say that I just got an email from Ukraine, from a Ukrainian who said, the battle for Severodonetsk is like the Battle of Fredericksburg. Now, it is tactically, it is militarily, it is the same. They are studying that battle. They are studying that war. In the darkest days of that war, President Lincoln looked past the half-finished dome of the U.S. Capitol into the future, deep into the future, and he summoned to the imagination, to our imagination, what the United States could, should, and would be in the year 1930. What Lincoln saw in his vision of the year 1930 was one single, emancipated, free, strong national union of over 200 million people. This is a breathtaking, astounding vision for what was then a war-torn, broken, half-slave, half-free land of only 31 million people. It is incredible to me that there should be anything left to say about Abraham Lincoln. More books have been written about Abraham Lincoln, tens of thousands of books, than perhaps any other person in history except Jesus Christ. To say something new about Lincoln seems like an impossible task. And yet I see when I just look at any one of those books that everyone who tries to say something new about Lincoln succeeds. There is always something new to discover about Lincoln. There will never be a last word on Lincoln. People will look to Lincoln as long as humans struggle for the idea that all men are created equal. There are, of course, the well-known yet astonishing facts of his young life. His sorrows, his tragedies, his disappointments, his defeats, his work, his toil, his perseverance, his 18 months only of formal education, his devotion to self-education. So for me, as I thought about Lincoln for you today, I would like to think about Lincoln as the first president of our future, as we understand the future now. And by that I mean the future of the electronic age and of machine-powered travel. Through the telegraph, Lincoln pioneered the use of instantaneous transcontinental and transoceanic communications. He used Morse code, but would have been entirely at ease with emails and TikTok and Twitter. He completed the transcontinental railroad from sea to shining sea. He is the only president who has a United States patent for a device with adjustable buoyant chambers to lift steamboats over rivers and the obstacles of rivers. He was the first president with an air force to slip the surly bounds of Earth when he established the U.S. Army Balloon Corps, whose reconnaissance capabilities he demonstrated on the 11th of June of 1861, exactly 161 years today. You have heard a lot about enterprise from the board of directors, from your principal. The name of that airship that Lincoln set out from the lawn of the White House over the Washington Monument was called the Enterprise. That airship is the ancestor of the United States Space Shuttle, the Enterprise. Lincoln's telegraph messages with the Enterprise make him the first president to communicate electronically with an aircraft. Lincoln believed in the unlimited potential of the human imagination, of human energy, of perseverance and ambition, if only we are free to use it. And that brings me to my core proposition, my question for you today. That question is, what is the proper scope of your ambition? What is the proper scope of your ambition? ¿Cuál es el alcance correcto de sus ambiciones? And I answer that question with another question. Why would you limit your ambitions with what you know now? If you look over the night skies, swept by the winds between our great two oceans, those winds that brought Christopher Columbus here and discover our continent and set foot on our land and give it its name, Costa Rica, you will almost always see among the stars a star that is unusually brilliant. Through patient and persevering study, the ancient astronomers learned that that star is actually a planet, Saturn. Galileo discovered the rings of Saturn. A few generations later, its moon, Titan, was discovered. And in fact, within your own lifetime, in the year 2005, we landed a spacecraft on Titan, which discovered a new continent, the first continent to be discovered since Australia, a continent now called Xanadu, a continent of land in a sea of hydrocarbons. So when I said, I saluted you today with a hand that touched a star, I meant that as a metaphor, of course. And yet, it is true that with this hand, I have touched the actual spacecraft, the spacecraft that discovered Xanadu during its assembly, before it was launched on its 7-year journey to Titan. So I have almost touched a star, and I think about it all the time. Something I touched landed on that star. Perhaps your generation will go there. And why not? Every Costa Rican boy and girl learns about Costa Rica's heroes in the exploration of space. We admire Sandra Kaufman, who even now is director of the astrophysics program at NASA, and who ran the programs that reached Mars and circled it, who served as director of the Earth Sciences program at NASA, the largest single thing that NASA does with 80% of its budget. Franklin Chang Diaz has commanded more space shuttle missions than any other person, including missions on the space shuttle Enterprise, the descendant of that Enterprise reconnaissance balloon that was demonstrated by President Abraham Lincoln. Here in Costa Rica, Franklin Chang Diaz is working to demonstrate a plasma engine that theoretically, and perhaps in fact, could allow us to accelerate a spacecraft, perhaps called the Enterprise, to 80% of the speed of light, meaning that someday we could reach Alpha Centauri, our nearest star, in less than 4 years, a little more than half of what it took us to get to Titan and discover Xanadu. Reaching for the stars was their dream. May it be said of you, as we say of them, that they followed their dreams and exceeded their wildest expectations. Let your ambition find its own scope for you, and don't let others define its limits for you. There is nothing that Franklin and Sandra did that you cannot also do. Costa Rica has prepared you. Your family has prepared you. Lincoln has prepared you. But above all, you have prepared yourselves to meet any challenge you will face. So now I close, and as is custom, I wish you luck and happiness for the future. Abraham Lincoln famously said words to the effect that people are basically as happy as they make up their mind to be. We can make much of our own happiness just as we make much of our own luck by being prepared, by being tested, by enduring and persevering. Bernard Williams, perhaps the most important British philosopher of the 20th century and a friend, coined the term moral luck as distinct from personal luck. You have those. You have those simply because you're here right now. And to that concept, I will add the concept of historical luck, by which I mean your great good fortune, which has nothing to do with any action of yours except being born, and yet is all yours to receive those blessings and gifts. It is up to you. It is your mission to pass those blessings and gifts along. And as long as you are true to our values, the values that you have learned from your family and learned here and practiced here and refined here and tested here, as long as you are true to those values, you will never be alone on that mission. Whatever the storms of the times may bring, los nublados de los tiempos, as you lead forward together, be happy, be bold, be true, and keep the faith. We are here for each other, this nation of family that is like no other in the family of nations. So Lincoln graduates of 2022, I say, we are all Ticos now. We are all Trojans. We are family. You have been tested. The world is waiting for you. You are ready. May God be with you y que Dios los acompañe.
Thank you very much, Mr. Pardo. Class of 1980, Mrs. Montero se despide hoy de nosotros también después de 41 años. Class of 1980. Hoy tienen fiesta en la noche. ¿Hay alguien más de esa generación aquí? ¿Algún compañero de ellos dos? No. Bueno, que disfruten mucho de la noche. Ahora, we're gonna see a generation class song, the senior song. Usually the seniors get together and find a song to represent them, but we have something really special this year. One student, no pre-planning, but a coincidence, he happens to be Roger's cousin, Sebastián Pardo. Si se levanta, por favor, para darle un aplauso. Sebastián is a great musician, and he composed a song dedicated to his classmates. And this year, I'm very excited to hear it and to see what he has done for us.
Días o buenas tardes a
where are you? Gonna study. Do you even know my name? I didn't think so. special. You're one of a kind. God, I hope so. I don't think I'll make it out, but that's not what I care about. I know I'm not valedictorian, but I'll do something big, and that's a promise. My self-esteem's completely ruined, but I can solve for X, and that's what matters. I don't think I'll make it through. I'm not as smart or brilliant too, and I am such a nihilist, pretending my grades don't exist.
Think about where you are right now. And think about where you are in the past when this recording is being made. Think about how much time has passed since then. And it feels like it just went by in the blink of an eye.
I would be lying if I said I wasn't terrified. I think we all are. Maybe the point of school's the friends we made along the way, or something like that.
That's pretty much it.
Días o buenas tardes a todos. Uno de 3 presidentes que fue electo en tiempos de COVID, tengo que felicitar a Luisa por estar a la altura de las circunstancias, haciendo eventos y conexiones como ASCAS, conferencias y el proyecto STEP. Luisa y su equipo demostraron lo capaces que son, porque si organizar estos eventos antes era complicado, con COVID ni les digo. Ser presidente del colegio me enseñó muchos valores y maneras de hacer las cosas, como nada se logra estando solo, la fuerza recae en un equipo. Cuando pienso en todo lo que aprendí durante mi senior year, me llena de felicidad, porque ser parte de este colegio forjó mucho de lo que soy hoy en día. No podría decir que mi experiencia como presidente fue la misma o siquiera parecida a Luisa, porque ahora el tiempo pasa tan rápido. Tengo 19 años, he vivido una pandemia, estoy iniciando mi segundo año en la universidad, mi prima bebé se está graduando hoy y cuando me muevo me empieza a ver la espalda de una manera. Lo que sí podría decir es que a través de los años de conocer a Luisa, yo tuve el placer de ver cómo ella trabajaba en varios proyectos como en ASCAS, y honestamente verla trabajar diría que es algo incluso un poquito intimidante. No puedo pensar en alguien que se pueda ganar más este premio, entonces felicidades, y con ustedes Luisa Umaña. Buenos días o buenas tardes a todos. Quisiera
Hola a todos. Buenos días. Buenos días, doctor Allen, señor invitado especial, miembros de la Junta Directiva, Mr. Garen, Mrs. Sandra Mora, Mrs. Rocío Quirós, profesores, familias y generación 2022. Gracias por acompañarnos esta mañana en la culminación de esta etapa tan importante de nuestras vidas. Quisiera aprovechar esas palabras no solo para agradecer y reconocer este logro imprescindible, pero también para compartir con ustedes un poco de mis pensamientos acerca de la etapa nueva que como graduados del colegio estamos por comenzar. Pero bueno, primero que todo, felicidades generación 2022, lo logramos. Sobrevivimos el play de Rivers de segundo grado, el PB2 de sexto, los gritos de Teacher Laura cada vez que alguien hablaba en la clase, el field trip a Monteverde en el que cantamos todos juntos con Mr. Cheney, como dijo Nati, la película de Cívica y los 1500 reportes de Profegil que nunca terminaban. Cómo gozamos las clases de Miss Sable, los pocos días de clases que tuvimos con Armando, todas las regañadas de College Counseling, porque por más que nos decían 3000 veces que llenáramos un survey importante, nadie lo hacía. Y por cierto, hablando de surveys, todavía faltan demasiados de llenar el survey para sus posts de Instagram. Papás, por favor, recuerden eso a sus hijos. Y bueno, senior year. Hace 2 años parecía como que nunca íbamos a poder llegar a tener un día de cole presencial otra vez. Pero bueno, nuevamente esta generación beat the odds y lo logramos. Durante estos 15 años en el cole me ha dejado tantos valores que no podría contarles todos acá porque nos daría medianoche. Pero bueno, hoy les quiero compartir un par que considero que nos han quedado a todos. El primero es el valor de la comunidad. El sentido de comunidad es uno de los valores más grandes que el cole nos ha enseñado. No solo como colegio, pero como generación hemos desarrollado una comunidad en la que aprendimos a valorarnos y querernos mutuamente. Confío en que esta comunidad la mantengamos, por más que ya no nos veamos todos los días. Generación 2022, les pido que no se pierdan, porfa. El segundo valor es la determinación. Durante estos años como estudiantes, y en especial durante estos últimos 2 años, en las que hemos vivido una situación distinta a raíz de la pandemia, hemos desarrollado el valor de la determinación. Un valor que nos ha enseñado a trabajar duro y pelear por ese sueño que tanto queremos. Espero que esa determinación con la que trabajan cada uno de ustedes nunca se les vaya, porque les prometo que es clave para conquistar el mundo. Y por último, les quiero compartir sobre el valor del crecimiento. Es un poco obvio que hemos crecido desde que entramos al cole, pero no me refiero solamente al crecimiento físico y de edad, me refiero al crecimiento académico y mental. Hemos crecido en cantidades inmensas y niveles que muchas veces ni nos hemos dado cuenta. Y sé que si siguen creciendo como personas y profesionales a este ritmo, van a alcanzar todas las metas que se propongan. Confíen en ustedes mismos. Hoy nos entregan nuestro título, un título por el que hemos esperado 18, 19 años para conseguir, un título por el que hemos trabajado 15 años para obtener, y un título por el que hemos llorado, reído, gritado y sonreído. ¿Pero ahora qué? Tenemos el título en mano y en un rato vamos a entregar la toga, el birrete y nos vamos con el título a la casa. Este título puede ser un simple pedazo de cartón disfrazado que pueden dejar ahí en sus escritorios o guindar en la pared. O este título puede ser la legítima clave de la superación de obstáculos que nos esperan en la vida. Hoy estamos acá y celebramos todo lo que hemos logrado durante sus últimos 15 años. Pero mañana empezamos una nueva etapa desde cero, una nueva vida como estudiantes universitarios y futuros profesionales. No importa dónde o qué vayan a estudiar, es decisión de cada uno de ustedes qué quieren hacer con este título, y es decisión de ustedes si quieren hacer que este título valga la pena. Podemos estar acostumbrados a que nos chineen en el cole y que nos ayuden a llegar a lo que necesitemos, pero la realidad es que la vida profesional no es tan fácil. No existen esos chineos, por lo que la clave para hacer que este título de verdad valga la pena en un ambiente en donde no existen este tipo de ayudas es encontrar el disfrute de la vida. Y no lo digo solo para invitarlos a dedicarse a algo que amen, algo que los apasione y los levante todas las mañanas. Lo digo porque quiero que les quede presente que la vida no es fácil y que está bien no ser perfecto. Quiero invitarlos a que si se equivocan, entiendan que está bien. Si no superan un obstáculo a la primera, mantengan la perseverancia. Y si no cumplen un sueño, confíen en que viene algo mejor. Porque nadie es perfecto y nadie les puede decir que ustedes no son capaces, porque se los prometo que sí lo son. Son capaces de lograr lo que quieran, mientras que se lo propongan y se esfuercen por lograrlo, porque tarde o temprano ese esfuerzo y dedicación se les va a pagar. Aunque estemos a nada de entrar a la universidad, todavía no es muy tarde para que encuentren lo que de verdad los apasiona. Hoy los invito a buscar y seguir ese camino, porque así es como van a sobrepasar esos obstáculos, hacer que este título valga la pena y encontrar el disfrute de la vida, porque como dicen las abuelitas, vida solo hay una. Y acuérdense, las oportunidades no llegan, las oportunidades se buscan. Los dejo con esta frase de Oprah Winfrey que dice: da la vuelta a tus heridas y cámbialas por sabiduría. Gracias. Bueno, y antes de irme, quería aprovechar para felicitar a una persona muy especial, no solo para mí, sino que para toda nuestra generación que está cumpliendo años hoy. Felicidades, Emiliano.
Ahora tenemos la presentación, muchas gracias Luisa, la presentación musical a cargo de la banda, y hay varios seniors que se unieron al grupo: Maripaz Quiroz, Daniel Madrid, Alina Castillo, Sebastián Jiménez, Javier Leiva, Gia Kim y María Paula Hernández. Nos van a interpretar March of Mr. Singers by Richard Wagner, y los maestros Elías Arias y Marianela Cordero. Están haciendo una entrega de unas flores a los seniors que por tantísimos años, muchas gracias, un aplauso, participaron en la banda. Es importante contarles que los seniors ya no pueden en su horario lectivo recibir banda. Todos los muchachos que llegan a acompañarnos hasta este momento lo hacen en su tiempo libre y es un gran sacrificio para ellos con la carga académica. Y nosotros se los agradecemos porque lucen nuestra banda. Muchas gracias. Ahora, señores y señoras, a lo que vinimos, vamos a hacer la entrega de títulos. ¡Un aplauso! Para eso, Ms. Michelle Lamb, subdirectora de High School, nos va a ayudar a entregarlos. También le pido a los miembros de Junta Directiva y a Mr. Roger que nos acompañen para hacer la entrega de títulos. Siempre he sugerido aplaudir al final, pero entendemos que la emoción es demasiada. Empezamos. Jimena Aguilar García.
Jimena accomplished many things at Lincoln School. She was part of the IB Visual Arts HL exhibition, and she also helped LMUN in 2022 in the charity team. She will major in sports management. She wants to thank her family for supporting her throughout high school and is always pushing her on a successful path. She wants to thank her closest friends for creating the best memories with her these past years and for supporting her in school and life. She also wants to thank her teachers for always pushing her to be the best version of herself as a student.
Tomás Alvarenga Soler.
Tomas was a member of the soccer team. He was the best indoor soccer player this school has ever seen, and he passed physics. After Lincoln, he will study law here in Costa Rica and start to work after his first semester. He is extremely grateful to his family, most of all, his best friends who made school fun every day, and to Miss Nicole and Miss Forneguera, the best two teachers anybody can ever ask for.
María Jimena Álvarez Vega.
Maria Jimena Alvarez participated in the IB Visual Arts program and ASCA Swimming. She plans on attending Univer de Costa Rica for a bachelor's degree in law. She is most thankful to her parents, friends, and teachers who supported her through this journey.
Rachel Cecilia Arias Barreto.
Rachel was a member of Lincoln School's Earth Committee as part of the social media team, and she was involved in MUN as a delegate and co-chair. She won 4th place with an artwork made in collaboration with another student to raise awareness of climate change. Rachel will attend Boston University, major in CGS for the first 2 years, and will spend summer 2023 in their London campus. Then she will go to Questrom School of Business, where she will major in marketing or finance. She wants to thank her family the most since they have always been there to support her and her friends since she couldn't have done it without their help.
Julián Barquero Pérez.
Julian was the ASCA swimming team captain for this year's tournament and has been attending ASCA swimming for 6 years. Julian plans to go to Penn State University where he will study biomedical engineering. He would like to extend thanks to his family because they are the reason he has made it here today.
Farid Beirute Abarca.
Fadi participated in multiple activities during his 15 years at Lincoln. He was able to accomplish pre-calc and calc for tech. He plans to study in Costa Rica at UCR Business and Management and his plans to do all of the courses of Cisco. He would like to thank his family for paying for his education at Lincoln and for always supporting him and believing in him, as well as his friends for being there even in the hard times. Los amo, generación. Gracias por todo.
Esteban Bolaños Valenciano.
Esteban participated in a couple of ASCAs and was part of the Lincoln School's Science National Honor Society. He practiced soccer, track and field at school, and at the same time he always kept his love for Taekwondo. Next year he will study civil engineering at UCR. He is deeply grateful to his parents and sister for all their support in the past 5 years and would like to thank God and the school for allowing him to be part of the generation of 2022.
Jaime Bonilla García.
Jaime Bonilla developed a CAS project named Kicking for a Better World to help kids who don't have enough resources to play soccer. Jaime will be studying business administration at Texas Tech. He would like to thank his parents who have supported him throughout this journey and all his friends who made these years so special.
Diego Bonilla García.
Diego Bonilla participated in various social activities throughout the years and is extremely grateful to the Lincoln community. His family and friends made everything possible throughout this phase and made it very special to Diego. He would like to thank every one of you for being part of his life and helping him succeed with each idea that he had. He wishes the best of luck to everyone in class of 2022, especially the ones who have been by his side since the beginning.
Emma Catarina Borkevin Leiva.
Emma has been a member of Lincoln clubs such as Mu Alpha Theta, NHS, and Interact. She served twice in student government. She practices several sports like volleyball and was the Lincoln ASCA team captain and played with Belen. Later this year, she will go to Norway for an immersive gap year. She is grateful to her family for their unconditional love and support and thanks her friends for always being there, and she wishes to express her thanks to her volleyball coaches for their inspiration and mentorship.
Felipe Brenes Cruz.
Felipe will attend UCMed to study medicine, searching to achieve his lifelong goal of becoming a doctor. He would like to thank his parents, brother, sister, family, friends, girlfriend, and Lincoln School for the support they have provided during this school journey.
Milena Campos Prada.
Milena Campos was part of the NJHS, NHS, and formed the part of the Generations class reps. Additionally, she was part of the Babson EPIC program where she created IMS along with 3 other friends. She will study brain and behavioral sciences at Purdue University and wishes to pursue a career in neuropharmacology. She is grateful for her friends and family that have accompanied her during this journey.
Paulina María Carmiol Quiroz.
Paulina Carmiol has been a student at Lincoln School since grade 8 and has discovered amazing talents throughout these years, like show jumping and horseback riding. She will attend Texas Tech University this August. She would like to thank her family members and loved ones who have helped her overcome challenges throughout these years.
Julián Antonio Carvajal Trejos.
Julián was able to win the ASCA soccer tournament for the first time in a while and won Winter Games this year. He will be going to TCU and studying business. He wants to give thanks to his family, friends, girlfriend who have always been by his side. He is also really grateful for being a part of the 2022 generation.
Alina Castillo Herrera.
Alina Castillo was Secretary General for Lincoln Model United Nations and was part of the NHS and Mu Alpha Theta. She also participated on the basketball, track and field, and swimming ASCA teams. Next year, she will study law at Universidad de Costa Rica. Alina would like to thank her family, friends, teachers for all their support and for making her years at school so special. She wishes the generation of 2022 the best of luck.
Fabiola María Chacón León.
Fabiola participated in pre-calc and calc tech program and was part of Lincoln School Band and Orchestra. She also swam and played volleyball where she was on the ASCA volleyball team. Next year, she will study medicine and surgery at UCMed, and she is grateful to her parents for all their support and would like to thank her friends and Generation 2022 for always being there for her.
Andrés Chotocruz Abarca.
Andrés Chotocruz passed MATEM courses with Tech University. He plans to study at Universidad Costa Rica. He appreciates his dog, friends, and family.
Ahora quiero invitar al señor Arturo Condo que nos acompañe en el escenario para entregarle el título a su hijo. Don Arturo fue miembro de junta directiva y los miembros de junta directiva tienen el privilegio de darle el título a sus hijos cuando se gradúan. El resto del tiempo lo hacen voluntario. Diego Condo Olvera.
Diego Condo was known for blasting music on his Bluetooth speakers throughout the hallways of Lincoln School. He was known for his love of math and psych, where he cracked jokes with his classmates and teachers, as well as his prolific FIFA career. Next year, Diego will be taking his talents to study business at the Carlson School of Management at the University of Minnesota. He is very grateful for all his friends and family, and he wishes his classmates the very best.
Sergio Javier Contreras Jiménez.
Sergio was the founder of the eSports Club and the co-founder of the Japanese Club at Lincoln School. He also participated in the Chess and Engineering Club and Lincoln MUN. Next, he will probably study biology at the University of Navarra in Spain or Osaka in Japan. He's grateful to his parents, sisters, and his nephews for their support. He would like to thank his friends from Generation 2022, his clubmates from eSports, and his students from the Japanese Club for always being there for him.
Matthew William Cook Gutierrez.
Matthew Cook was part of the National Honor Society and won international competitions in piano, including Carnegie Hall, New York. In athletics, he is the under-20 Costa Rica national champion in the 800 meter and will represent Costa Rica in the Central American Championships next week. He also holds 3 ASCA records in track and an MVP award. He will attend John Brown University, where he will double major in finance and data analytics, where he has an athletic scholarship to run track. He would like to thank his family and friends for believing in him and their unconditional support along the way.
Loana Elalchar Castro.
Loana completed the IB diploma and participated in several music presentations by singing and playing the piano. She will take a gap year in Germany to learn a new language and culture. She would like to thank all of the amazing teachers that she's had, since without their understanding, she would not have had such a successful year. She would also like to thank Mr. Moon for all of the support and help he has given her to show her talents to an audience, and finally, to thank her mom and dad for all of the patience they have given her throughout her years at high school.
Sabrina Engler Coconcelli.
Sabrina Engler participated as a class representative in her senior year in the IB diploma program, as well as 3 LMUNs. She plans to become a woman in STEM and start studying industrial engineering in fall 2022 at Northeastern University in Boston. She's grateful for her loved ones and for always supporting her, and wishes the best to her generation in the following years.
Alexa Escorriola Castro.
Alexa was a member of Mu Alpha Theta, Interact, and other school organizations throughout her 12 years at Lincoln School. She also founded Lupa, an organization that aimed to relieve the impact of COVID in the public school system. This fall, she will study international relations and global affairs at the University of Texas in Austin. She would like to thank God, her family, and her friends for being there throughout her high school years. She wishes the best of luck to Generation 22 on their future journeys.
Piero Fioli Obregón.
Piero is part of the Lincoln Consulting Club, DECA Trojans, and ASCA Tennis. He will take a gap year in Europe, where his 6 of those 12 months will be spent working in finance and investment in the UK. The other half will be in Italy. Later on, Piero will study at the University of Amsterdam. Piero would like to thank Mr. Luis Gomez, Ms. Rocio, Mr. Bunker, and Ms. Nicole for all the help they provided through senior year. On another note, his family and friends are a fundamental part of his life and will live in his heart always.
Antonio Ferraro Alfaro.
Antonio is planning to attend a university in Spain to focus on business and management degree. He would like to thank his family and friends who accompanied throughout these 14 years at Lincoln School, creating memories and preparing for life. He would like to send love to the class of 2022 and the ASCA soccer team.
Luciana Fonseca Gutierrez.
Luciana has always been very interested in business and sustainability. She participated in challenges in these areas, and like the X Challenge, the Global Social Leaders Competition. She formed part of some Lincoln School clubs like NHS, Earth Committee, Lincoln Consulting, and the SNHS. In August, she will leave for Milan to pursue her academic career of international economics and management in the University of Bocconi. Luciana is thankful to her family, friends, and teachers for the love and support they've given her at Lincoln.
Nicole Garita Carboni.
Nicole Garita was awarded with a RERA role model and was part of the NJHS. She also played tennis, for which she was part of 3 ASCA tournaments representing Lincoln School. In about a month, she will study medicine at UC Med University, starting her path to become a surgeon. She is grateful to God and her family for their support and kindness. She's also thankful for her friends for helping her grow and access her inner strength to handle anything that comes her way.
Noah Garin.
Noah Garin was an IB diploma student and co-founder of the Lincoln School Arts and Sports Chess Club at Lincoln School, and he plans on studying film in Chicago. He would like to thank his family and friends for being supportive and helping him make it this far.
Marco Antonio González Golfín.
Marco took part in the IB diploma program, participated in several ASCAs, and was part of Lincoln School's soccer team. He will attend the University of Kansas to study business administration. Marco would like to thank his family and friends for all the support they gave him throughout school and the class of 2022 for the great memories and experiences that were created here.
Antonio Guardia Chávez.
Antonio Guardia was a Lincoln student his whole life. He played soccer at lunch and spent a while playing racquetball. He enjoyed his time at Lincoln very much. After Lincoln, he will go to Navarra University to study business and have fun. He thanks his family and friends for the support during his time in school.
Raúl David Gurdian Solano.
Raul joined Lincoln in 10th grade. Although he hasn't been part of our community for many years, he has impacted Lincoln in a positive way. As an important member of the ASCA swimming team, MUN, class representatives, Science National Honor Society, Raul has developed an extraordinary experience at Lincoln. He would like to thank his parents, teachers, family, friends, and Lincoln staff members as he heads next year to Virginia Tech to pursue a degree in industrial and systems engineering.
Carolina María Gutiérrez Trejos.
Carolina will be part of the University CEU San Pablo, Madrid, doing a degree in publicity and public relations. Carolina would like to thank her family for their hard work, dedication, motivation, and commitment. This year specifically wouldn't have been accomplished without her family, friends, and God. Thank you, Lincoln School, for the best years and memories. This definitely has been a memorable journey thanks to you.
Daniel Gutiérrez Arguedas.
Danielle spent more than 15 years at Lincoln and participated in several athletic activities. He plans to study business management at Texas Tech, Costa Rica. He appreciates his loved ones for helping him graduate after all these years.
José Ignacio Gutiérrez Molina.
Jose will attend UNIS in Guatemala. He will do a degree in law. He would like to thank his family and friends for the support throughout the years. He would also like to thank all of the staff for everything.
María Paula Hernández Calvo.
Maria Paula was part of the National Honor Society. She completed tech math programs and was an active member of the school band and participated in ASCA swimming tournaments throughout high school. Next year, she will study medicine at the Universidad de Costa Rica. Maria Paula is grateful to God, her family, parents, friends, and teachers for all their support throughout the years.
Natalia Herrera Madrid.
Natalia was a member of NHS, SNHS, and the Interact Club. She was also part of the soccer and volleyball team. She will attend Carleton University in Ottawa. She would like to thank her family and friends for supporting her.
Mariana Hidalgo Ramírez.
Mariana Hidalgo participated in many sport clubs and Model United Nations conferences. In September, she will study international studies at Leiden University. She is extremely grateful for her mother, brother, cousins, and dad, who even though is no longer with us, supported her every decision.
Luca Holman Duran.
Luca has played soccer at Lincoln since elementary school. Most recently, he's participated in 2 ASCAs and was team captain at the most recent tournament, where he was selected to the All-Star team. He will attend St. John's University in Minnesota, where he will major in business management and continue to play soccer. He would like to thank his mom, dad, sister, and grandpa for always being supportive of his ambitions. He also sends his love to his closest friends and all the seniors who played soccer with him throughout the years.
Rodrigo Sebastián Jiménez Pardo.
Seb founded the D&D Club. He's the co-founder of Banana Yellow Games and has released 3 albums while in school. He will take a gap year at Interlochen Arts Academy to study singer, songwriting, and composition. He would like to thank his friends, family, parents, the balcony, and the Banana Yellow Games team.
Federico Johanning Maroto.
Federico will be part of Penn State University doing a degree in the Smeal School of Business. Fede would like to thank his family for all of these years of hard work and being there in challenging times. He would like to thank the staff at Lincoln for making this 15 years incredible. He also sends his love to his friends, Kuchi, Aska boys, and wishes them the best in coming years.
Steffi Julian Gouillard.
Steffi was an officer in the NHS, the project manager of SNHS, and reached the finals in the Chemistry Olympiad in 2021. She plays tennis and was the captain of the Aska tennis team for 3 years. Next year, she will study biomedical engineering at Tufts University and compete nationally with the Tufts women tennis team. Stephanie appreciates the ongoing support of her parents and her student-athlete life and the Founders Scholarship Program at Lincoln and wishes the best to all of her classmates.
Jia Kim Jung.
Gia has participated in 3 LMUNs and has been part of the school orchestra since 5th grade. She gained acknowledgement from teachers of her digital media skills and received an effort award in digital photography in 9th grade. Gia plans on attending the Loyola University in Chicago, majoring in graphic design and a minor in international business. She thanks her family, friends, and all those who helped her make it through in high school. She wants to thank her generation for the memories and the years that she spent with them.
Alexia Larios Guzman.
Alexa Larios has been a student at Lincoln School all her life. She has been an active student in MUN since 7th grade, from being a delegate all the way to the Director of Quality Control. She has various leadership roles throughout her time here as well. She will study econ at Seton Hall University and the Stillman School of Business. She's grateful for all the support that her parents have given her throughout her academic years, as well as her family and friends. She would also like to thank Mr. Guerin for all his help during middle and high school.
Emiliano Leighton Heinrich.
During his years at Lincoln, Emiliano was the vice president of the Lincoln School Electoral Tribunal, president of Lincoln Consulting, secretary of SNHS, member of NHS, Mu Alpha Theta, and Interact, multiple-year Math Olympics participant, and avid member of the Lincoln Aska swimming team. Next year, Emiliano will attend Villanova, where he will pursue a degree in mechanical and aerospace engineering. Emiliano would like to thank his parents, brother, girlfriend, family, Miss Hannah Minturn, Miss Sandra Mora, and his friends in Generation 2022 for the unconditional support during the years.
Y el birthday boy, para que lo feliciten
Feliz
si lo
cumple.
ven. Mariana Leiva Granados.
Mariana will attend ESADE Business School in Barcelona, Spain. She will do a Bachelor in Business Administration. Mariana is so grateful for all the support she has received from Lincoln School all the years she has been here. After all her hard work, she's happy to finish this stage of her life, but also sad because there are so many memories that leave with her from this place. She is grateful for her family, friends, and teachers, and the people who made it possible for her to be where she is today.
Felipe León Rangel.
Felipe León has been described as a caring and dedicated student who always does his best to succeed. He displays good citizenship by helping others whenever they need it. He will study computer science at Leeds University. He embodies the Lincoln School spirit and leads forward with resilience.
Javier Leiva Howard.
Javier participated in the Interact program for most of middle and high school and all of high school. He was part of the school's band where he played trumpet and clarinet, part of the guitar ensemble, and played the upright bass for the strings orchestra. He will attend ULASI and will study biomedical engineering. He would like to thank his family for always being supportive of him and helping him achieve his best. He would also like to thank his classmates for the wonderful memories over the last 7 years.
Daniel Francisco Madriz Blanco.
Danielle completed the Math M Pre-Calc and Calc courses, was part of the SNHS, and has been studying for the last 15 years at Lincoln School. He also played violin for 14 years at Lincoln with the Suzuki program, participated in ASCA track and field, and was part of the soccer team for many years. Next year, he will study at Universidad de Costa Rica and will study either medicine or chemical engineering. First, he wants to thank God for the opportunity to study at Lincoln, thank his parents and family for the sacrifice and support, and he wants to thank all of his teachers, Lincoln staff for the love and help, and the generation of 2022 for being a special part of his life, and he will miss everyone.
Mauricio Liang Feng.
Mauricio has been described as a hardworking, attentive, reflective member of the classroom who has interesting things to say during discussion. His curiosity shines through in all he does, and he will be missed at Lincoln School.
Camila Mancía Núñez.
Camelia proudly was a student of this year's 2022 IB Art students, following her passion and love for painting. She plans to take a gap year after graduation to focus on herself. Cami would like to thank her parents, her sister Luciana, and her friends for standing by her side in this wild journey. She will love you always and forever.
Matilde Eglantina Manil Duno.
Matilde participated in the Math Olympics, was part of Lincoln Model UN, and was member of the National Honor Society. She also founded Introspective, an organization that allowed Lincoln students to learn about psychology and neuroscience. This fall, she will study neuroscience at the University of Pennsylvania. She would like to thank her family for their unconditional support, her friends for always being there, and her teachers.
Alejandro Manzanares Rios.
Alejandro Manzanares was part of the high school student government as vice president. He also created Building Health Through Sports, a project that promotes inclusivity in sports. This fall, he will be studying industrial and systems engineering at Virginia Tech. He would like to thank his parents, Tinita, and his friends for all the good times these years.
Mia Manzanares Barrios.
Mia is a very athletic and outgoing student. She is part of the Alliance and Advanced in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu team. She wants to study business administration with general management and strategy. She was accepted into Nevada University, which she will attend after her gap year. Mia is very thankful for the loved ones who supported her these past years and helped her become the woman she is today.
Carlos Maroto Osores.
Pepe played for the school's basketball team where he participated in the basketball ASCA tournament. He has opted to study economics, and he wants to give a special thanks to his mother, sister, and Daniel Solano, his math tutor.
Nigel Gray Martin Vargas.
Nigel participated in the school football team even though he didn't go to ASCA. Next year, he will be studying medicine. He is grateful to his family and friends for the support they have given him.
Natalia Maria Melendez Musmani.
Natalia was part of the ASCA basketball team and won 3 podiums with basketball. She was also part of the play Mamma Mia. Natalia will be going to Leeds University to study Ciencias Empresariales. She wants to say thank you to her family and friends for always supporting her. This wouldn't have been possible without you.
Andrés Mesalles Mejía.
Andres will study industrial engineering in the University of Navarra starting next year. He is very grateful to his family and friends for always helping him.
Raúl Mezzanotte.
Raúl Mezzanotte joined Lincoln in 11th grade, but despite having only been here for 2 years, he accomplished a lot, including co-founding an engineering club, participating in LMUN, modeling at the fashion show, participating in El Profe competitions, and co-founding the Beautiful Chess Club. Raul will return to UK for university and study physics. He would like to thank his parents for always supporting him and his friends for always being there for him. Thank you to Mr. Luis Gomez for showing him the beauty in math, and thank you, Mr. Milius, for his commitment to students.
Mariana Montealegre Pinto.
Mariana is studying undecided business at Loyola Chicago University. She would like to thank her parents and sisters for all the love and support, her friends, her short experience at Lincoln Better, and teachers for always trusting her.
María José Montero Castro.
Maria Jose was a member of the Honor Society as well as president of the Electoral Tribunal. She also participated in ASCA basketball all throughout high school. She plans to study medicine here in Costa Rica. Maria Jose is grateful to God, her family, friends, and teachers for all their support throughout the years.
Fabiana Mora Morelo.
Fabiana has been part of the class representative student government for 2020-2021, and she's participated in LMUN for 2 years in a row. She plans to take a gap year for a broader perspective of the world before enrolling university for 2023. She plans to study journalism and dreams of becoming an investigative journalist. She wants to thank her family, friends, and the school for the opportunities given to fulfill her goals.
Andrew James Murphy.
Andrew Murphy has been attending Lincoln for almost 16 years, finally hitting out after so many years of growth. It feels satisfying and it's a great achievement. He plans on studying psychology or any other related matter since he wants to help people overcome challenges. He would like to thank all his friends from Lincoln and the people that have made Lincoln a welcoming place. He would also like to thank his family for the support throughout the years, because without it, it would have been impossible for him to be here now.
Fernando Odio Esquivel.
Fernando feels very proud of his IB visual arts journey and of his accomplishments as vice president with the board of both the National Honor Society and Mu Alpha Theta. He will study hospitality management in the University of Essex in England and would like to thank every single friend and family and member of his family that was there for him along the way.
Julián Antonio Odio Golche.
Julian will study computer engineering at Vanderbilt University. He wants to thank his family, his friends, and his dog Sparky for all of the support during his high school years.
Tomás Odio Golche.
Tomás participated in the National Math Olympics, obtaining a bronze medal and the opportunity to qualify for the International Math Olympics. He was part of Mu Alpha Theta, participated in track team, and was Lincoln's elementary treasure in 4th grade, where he developed a passion for money-making. Tomás will be studying computer science at Virginia Tech with his good friend Alejandro Manzanares. He would like to thank his parents for the support throughout high school and application process, his brother for keeping him organized, and his dog Sparky for always being there for him. Finally, he would like to thank Rosario for showing the importance of hard work and perseverance.
Isabela Ordóñez Arellano.
Isabella participated in the Chemistry Olympics as well as LMUN in 2021 and 22. She formed part of the Science National Honor Society and the Earth Committee. She will study the degree of biochemistry in the Universidad de Navarra in Spain. She is wholeheartedly grateful for her parents' efforts and support, and she would like to thank her teachers and administration for the best 15 years at Lincoln and the Generation 2022 for these incredible years of friendship.
Jimena Ortiz Esquivel.
Jimena was part of different sports teams, including soccer, volleyball, track and field, and cross country, where she participated in a total of 10 ASCAs. She was part of the high school band for 4 years, part of the consulting club, NHS, and Science National Honor Society. After graduating, Jimena is still deciding to either continue her studies at University of Miami, Worcester Polytechnic, or at California Menlo College after receiving full ride academic scholarship. She plans to major in business analytics or biomedical or software engineering. She would like to thank God, both her parents, her friend group, and her grandmothers, all of the teachers at Lincoln, and her sponsors, Coopene, for the support inside and outside of Lincoln.
Camila Pacheco Erac.
Camila Pacheco has attended Lincoln since 9th grade. She has participated in the Chemistry and Math National Olympics. After graduation, she will attend the University College of London to study biomedical sciences. She is extremely grateful and wants to thank her teachers for all the support during these past 2 years. She would like to thank her friends for always being there and all the love over the years, and thank the generation for the best 3 years of her life.
Elena Pacheco Woodbridge.
Elena plans to attend the CEU San Pablo in Madrid to study public relations and publicity. She would like to thank her family for all the unconditional support and her friends for their help and memories throughout the years.
Antonio Peralta Robert.
Antonio is part of the class of entrepreneurship as well as the engineering club. He plans to go to KU to get an engineering degree. He would like to thank his family and friends for always being there when he needs them.
Erika Picado Mora.
Erika Picado has been a member of the Lincoln community for 13 years, and over the course of high school, she participated in multiple ASCA basketball and volleyball tournaments. Next year, she will study industrial design at Universidad Cardenal Herrera in Valencia, Spain. She is grateful for her parents, family, and boyfriend's unconditional support during her time in high school, and she wants to thank her friends from Generation 22 for always being there for her.
Ana Isabela Porras Montero.
Isa is heading toward the design path and will be applying to several Costa Rican universities. She's still undecided on which university she would like to attend. She is very grateful to her parents, teachers, and friends for the support in these last years and is thankful to be surrounded by such good people.
Ahora quiero invitar a la señora Charlene Ramírez a que nos acompañe en el escenario para entregarle el título a su hija. Bienvenida, Charlene. Sofía Porras Ramírez.
Sophia participated in the IB Art Exhibition and was part of the media team for MUN. Next year, she plans on studying in CEU San Pablo in Spain. She is grateful to her parents for all the help and support they've given to her, as well as her friends and teachers.
Ryan Prado Bailey.
Ryan Bailey was president and co-founder of the Engineering Club and was member of NHS and SNHS. He also ran track and field, where he was the captain of the ASCA-winning U19 boys team. Next year, he will be studying engineering at Purdue in the honors program. He is thankful for all of the support his parents have given him over the years and is grateful for the meaningful friendships he's made in his years at Lincoln.
Maripaz Quiroz Raige.
Maripaz was a member of SNHS, Mu Alpha Theta, and was the president of the NHS. She also participated in the MATEM program and the High School Strings Orchestra. Next year, she will study dentistry at UCR. She would like to thank her family and friends for all their support during school years.
Jimena Ramirez Soto.
Jimena was the captain of the first ever Lincoln girls team to win ASCA Soccer. She will be attending University of Kentucky to major in biomedical engineering. She would like to thank her parents for the unconditional support, her friends for making all these years unforgettable, and teachers and college counseling for all the help during this process.
Isabel Regnister van der Wielen.
Isabel was a member of the LMUN team and participated as a chair through the last years of high school. She also helped found the Lincoln QSA Club. Next year, she will be studying data science at Leeds University. She would like to thank her family, girlfriend, and friends for being so supportive and caring throughout these past years.
Jean-Pierre Robert Coronas.
Jean-Pierre Robert started at Lincoln School in the late 2020, where he was given better opportunities that would allow him to pursue his dream career. In fall 22, he plans to study computer engineering at Penn State University. He's grateful to his parents for allowing him to move to San Jose and study at Lincoln School to pursue his goals. He would also like to thank his friends from the Generation 2022 for including him and making the transition way easier, and his friends from Generation 2023 for the great memories and experience.
Elena Rodriguez Valverde.
Elena Rodriguez is excited to attend the University of Navarra in Pamplona, where she will be studying biology. Elena thanks her parents and teachers for helping her through this journey, and she will miss all of her dear friends.
Oscar Rosados Gutierrez.
Oscar participated and was part of the Lincoln ASCA tennis team, where he won the tournament on 3 occasions. This year, he will study industrial engineering at Purdue University. Oscar is grateful and wants to thank the immense support from his parents, and he would also like to thank his friends group Kochi for this amazing years and memories that they have been together, and he will miss the Generation 22 a lot. Se les quiere a todos.
Amber Ruiz Macier Herrera.
Amber Ruiz has participated in the conferences such as ASCA Leadership and LMUN. This year, she will study marketing in Costa Rica. She is very grateful for her parents and friends for all of their support.
María Jesús Saborío Riva.
Maria Jesus was a member of Interact in the National Honor Society. She participated as a member of the Lincoln MUN charity team and the 2021 Christmas Angels. Next year, she will study architecture at the University of Notre Dame. She's grateful to her parents for all their support, and she would like to thank her friends from the Generation 2022 and Rosario for always being there for her.
Alejandro Sanabria Murillo.
Alejandro was part of the high school basketball team and competed in three ASCA tournaments with this team. He will study business at ULACIT and wants to become a successful fashion designer. He's grateful for his family for all the support.
Mateo Jaime Salles Ciad.
Mateo is an IB diploma student and founding father of the Lincoln Arts and Sports Chess Club at Lincoln School. He will now go up north to the University of Michigan in Ann Arbor to study economics and politics. Most importantly, he would like to thank his teachers, friends, El Pofe, and his family, particularly his mother and brother, for all the love, care, and support they gave him throughout his life.
Catalina Segura Vargas.
Catalina Segura participated in the Math and Chemistry Olympics, was part of Lincoln Model United Nations, and was the goalkeeper of the ASCA girls soccer team. She also founded the first chapter of the Science National Honor Society in Costa Rica. In August, she will study industrial engineering at Georgia Tech. Catalina is super grateful for her time here at Lincoln and all the support she received from her family, friends, and teachers. She wishes the class of 2022 the best in their future endeavors.
Antonio Serrano Herrera.
Antonio is going to Auburn University after graduation and will become the engineer of one of the future Formula One world champions. He would like to thank his family for all of their support.
Luisa Sobrado Lapeira.
Luisa participated with the Lincoln team on the Luis Paulino Mora Mora International School semifinal competition. She plans on studying law in the University of Costa Rica. She wants to thank her family for all the support given throughout these years at Lincoln. She would also like to thank her friends for always being there for her and all the fun memories they had together. Lastly, she wants to thank her teachers for making her time at Lincoln even more valuable.
Isabela Sosto Otero.
Isa Sosto has always had a passion for writing, and she wants to share a few of her words with all of you. Let us live since we must die. Let us smile, let us cry. Let us grow since we must age, and as we walk upon this stage. Let us be thankful for where we are, where we'll go, and all the things left to know. Thank you, teachers. Thank you, staff. Thank you, classmates, for a smile and laugh. Thank you, family. Thank you, friends. Thank you for new beginnings, and thank you for these ends.
Maria Paula Soto Truque.
Maria Paula was a member of the National Honor Society and participated in the ASCA tennis. Next year, she will attend the Universidad de Navarra and will major in psychology. She is very grateful to her family for all their support and would like to thank her friends for being there for her and for all the incredible memories. She also wants to thank Ms. Angela, Mr. Lopez, and Ivo for teaching her the importance of mental health and inspiring her to become a psychologist in the future.
Max Stanley.
Max Stanley participated in Lincoln MUN as Secretary General and was part of the National Honor Society. They also founded Lincoln Queer Straight Alliance and acted as president. Next year, they will be attending University College Utrecht, where they will major in liberal arts and science with a focus on the social sciences. They are grateful for the love and support of their family and would like to express their appreciation for the kindness of their friends here in Costa Rica, as well as those in the US, Cambodia, and Turkey.
Diego Tabas Peña.
Diego Tabas worked helping the elderly and at Nikos, exploring the dynamics between the functioning of the company. This fall, he will major in business at the University of Miami. He would like to thank his family, Basha, Chispitas, and his friends for being there for him.
Jorge Daniel Taylor.
Jorge Taylor was part of the Lincoln basketball team, where he won the MVP of the team during ASCA 2022. He was also a member of Mu Alpha Theta and SNHS. Next year, he will be studying engineering at Purdue University. He is happy to have shared awesome memories with his close ones and thankful of the unconditional support of his family, friends, and teachers.
Emilio Tristan Monroe.
Emilio finished multiple IB courses, including high-level biology. He also participated in soccer and won winter games. After graduating, he will attend UCMed and study medicine. Emilio is very glad he was part of this generation, and he wishes that everyone has a good time in college.
Luisa Umaña Villanea.
Luisa was our 2022 High School Student Government President, NJHS President, NHS Secretary, Student Government Fiscal, 3 times Class Rep, Interact Vice President of Lincoln Consulting, Mu Alpha Theta member, 3 times Math Olympics participant, Lincoln Philharmonia member, and the ASCA tennis participant. Next year, she will study at UC Med, where she will pursue a degree in medicine and surgery with the hope of becoming a cosmetic dermatologist in the future. She would like to thank her parents, sister, boyfriend, friends, teachers, Pili from College Counseling, Miss Sandra Mora, and of course, Generation 2022 for all the love and support during her years at Lincoln.
Kai Umfried Arias.
Kai has been a student at Lincoln since 2006. He has always excelled in sports and being a balanced student. He has been part of the MUN team and also attended Harvard MUN. Kai decided to turn down NCAA Division I offers to follow his dreams and study medicine at the University of Medical Sciences. He would like to thank his parents, family, and the entire 2022 generation for these amazing years at Lincoln.
Juliana Vargas Esquivel.
Juliana participated in ASCA sportsmanship in her school years. She is planning on staying here in Costa Rica to study industrial design or business management. She wants to thank her mom and dad, who have been very supportive throughout her years at Lincoln, and her sisters and family for their unconditional love and support. She also wants to thank her friends, teachers, and classmates because they made her Lincoln experience unforgettable.
Nicole Watson Gonzalez.
Nicole Watson was founder of Caretakers of the Environment International Lincoln Chapter. She was a swimmer for 6 years, representing Lincoln School in ASCA since 6th grade. Next year, she will study international business with Investments Bentley University. She is grateful to her parents for all their love and support. She would also like to thank her friends from Lincoln School Generation 2022 for always being like a second family to her. Heart emoji.
Victor Adrian Winiker Dabdub.
Victor will attend ULACIT. He would like to take a degree in computer science and cybersecurity. Victor would like to thank his family and friends for all the support provided throughout these stressful years. He would also like to thank God for giving him a great education and guidance. Thank you, Generation 2022, for always being there.
Leonardo Yang Chen.
Leonardo Jan is a co-founder of the Lincoln School Engineering Club. He also played volleyball, where he had the opportunity to compete in the ASCA team and become the team captain. Next year, he will study electrical engineering at the University of Victoria. He is grateful for his parents and his brother for all their support throughout the years, and he would like to thank his friends and generation of 2022 for bringing an amazing high school life.
Diego José Zúñiga Cordero.
Diego has attended 4 ASCA basketball tournaments, winning the MVP award once, All-Star team once, and finished 3rd in his last tournament. He plans to attend UC Med and study medicine and hopes to become a psychiatrist. He's very grateful for the support of his parents and brother, as well as the encouragement from his friends, teachers, and coaches.
Mariane Searcher Alice.
Mariane founded an NGO called Art for the Soul with the purpose of teaching art therapy to young girls in need. Also, she is a skilled artist who encourages mindfulness, and she held leadership positions in organizations in and out of the school. Next year, she will study architecture at Rice University. She is grateful to her parents for the unconditional love and support, and she would like to thank her friends for all the memories and for always making her smile.
Thank you, Ms. Lam. Congratulations, seniors, for your amazing success and achievements. We wish you the best. We will now have an address from Mr. Scott Garin, high school principal.
Thank you. As we draw this ceremony to a close, and I think about this day, as I've been thinking about this day, the word that keeps coming into my mind is awe. That I'm in absolute awe of everything about this moment that we're experiencing together. I'm in awe of this stage that Sandra Moore and her team have put together for us today. I'm in awe of the rain, which sounds like a round of applause from the heavens to me. I'm in awe of the teachers and the faculty and the staff, the workers all across the campus that have come here every day for years to put everything they have into the life of our students. And I'm in absolute awe of the class of 22. I can't believe what you have come through and overcome. Your perseverance, your flexibility, your integrity, your intelligence, your creativity, your sense of humor, and yes, your sense of humor that you've exhibited all of these years together. I'm awestruck by you. And I also keep in mind the fact that none of us got here alone. Everybody deserves to be on this stage. Everybody here deserves the diploma that you've just been handed. Everybody here deserves the celebration, but none of us got here alone. You got here together as a group, as a family. I've seen you in the classrooms and the hallways every day supporting one another. I'm in awe of that spirit that you've shown. And in thinking about community, I'm in awe of you. I'm in awe of the community of people that I'm looking out at today that have made me a part of you, and the spirit and the integrity and the strength that you've brought to all of us as we've come through this pandemic together and helped support and guide our students. So as we get ready for the pledge, I'm going to invite our students, our graduates, to stand with me and give you a round of applause today, our Lincoln community and parents. No one would be on the stage if it weren't for every one of the people out there in the audience today. All right, my graduates, I warned you. I'm going to do my best in Spanish, and when I'm done with the pledge, all of you have to say, well, you'll follow along with me in Spanish and with the pledge, and then we'll say "Si Juro" together. At the conclusion of the pledge, you'll be able to take your tassel to the right side of your cap, and at that point, we will welcome you as Lincoln alumni. Juréis a Dios y prometéis a la patria. I'll do your best. Here we go. Juréis a Dios. I'll say it for you. Juréis a Dios y prometéis a la patria y colegio observar y defender la Constitución y las leyes de la República y cumplir fielmente los deberes y vuestro destino. Si juro. Ladies and gentlemen, put your tassels on the right-hand side of your cap. You are now alumni and graduates of Lincoln High School. Woo!
Señores y señoras, la clase del 2022, exalumnos del Colegio Lincoln. Ahora, thank you, Mr. Garen. Ahora les voy a dar un poquito de instrucciones de lo que va a pasar. Los estudiantes sale el pabellón nacional. Los estudiantes, por favor, que nos ayudaron para la salida del pabellón nacional con la bandera de Estados Unidos. Salen los miembros de junta directiva con nuestro invitado especial. Los estudiantes van a salir, chicos, y se van al gimnasio de primaria. Ahí vamos a tomar una foto que es tradicional de la Lincoln de toda la generación. Y ahí mismo, una vez que se toman la foto, se quitan la toga y el birrete y lo dejan aquí. El tazo es de ustedes, pero la toga y el birrete es del colegio. ¿A quién le falta? Sí. Ah, bueno, ya se le cayó el tazo. Igual las familias que no se tomaron foto antes de la celebración, lo pueden hacer una vez que, bueno, tendrían que irse en toque y birrete y después la devuelven. Entonces, pongámonos de pie, por favor. Estudiantes, vamos a mostrar respeto para que salga el pabellón nacional y la bandera de los Estados Unidos. Ahora salen los miembros de Junta Directiva, muchas gracias, y nuestro invitado especial, un aplauso, el señor Roger Pardo. Muchísimas gracias. Con el High School Principal. Ahora, chicos, después sigan ustedes en orden, en filas, porfa. And now, let's welcome and applaud the class of 2020, graduates of Lincoln School. Un aplauso, ya todos tienen sus diplomas. Bravo, chicos. ¿Pueden salir por ahí? Bravo, aplaudamos. Chicos, por la alfombra roja, por favor. ¿No? Por la alfombra roja, un aplauso. Y después dan la vuelta al gym. ¡Bravo! ¡Bravo! ¡Woo! ¡Bravo! Felicidades a todas las familias. Esta ceremonia ha concluido.